What is going on, guys? So today we're going to be taking a look at an accessory that I absolutely love and some of the favorite bottles that I use them on. It's going to be a brand that you've probably heard of, but they also work with some of the other ones that are out there. But this accessory pack as well as these water bottles are absolutely fantastic. So let's jump in. The first product I want to show you guys is called the HydroCord. Now, HydroCord is basically a really awesome attachment. So what they've done is they have created, if you're looking at this, they work best with Hydro Flask bottles because that's kind of what they're specifically designed for. But what GearPros has done is they've created this additional plastic ring that goes on the top of the water bottle, as you can see right here. And what it does is it expands it to allow you to use these paracord style handles that they have made, as well as it expands to adding an additional little carabiner clip on here, which is awesome. And it essentially, these guys just then can screw right back on just like they normally would. They're just taking advantage of that extra little space right below the cap. Now, one thing I want to mention is you guys can see this is the standard Hydro Flask water bottle lid. A lot of people will buy the lid that has the extra little loop handle on here. It's not recommended. They make it very difficult to unscrew that lid when you have this unit on there. So I would say, and the reason and how I use them is on my standard Hydro Flasks. Now, these are the Hydro Flasks. I use the green one. My wife's got this pink one over here. That's what we use. That's how the configuration that we use them. So pretty slick though. So essentially what these are is, again, they're paracord. They easily clip on and off if you want to. The cool thing is that I like things that have a multi-purpose to them, right? We are outdoors people. I hunt quite often. I hike a ton. And so for me, having this handle on there, one, makes it much easier to carry. This little tiny handle that comes on most Hydro Flasks, while functional, is very small. I can't do much with it, where this paracord one, I can put my arm under it and I can carry it into the house. I can hold on to it. It's much larger. It gives me a little bit more, a little bit more room with especially with a larger hand. What's cool is you can unclip this and hook it through or onto something and then reconnect it, which is great. That makes it very easy. You can also take it off if you wanted to. Again, as I mentioned, it has a little carabiner on here. You could hook your keys to this. You could hook a little flashlight. Any other little accessory you want to add on there is great. But if you've ever found yourself in a scenario where you needed some extra cordage, you need to tie something down, you needed to build a little shelter for a night or something, you can actually unravel this paracord and you get very high tensile strength, high quality paracord, which is really, really neat. Now, as you guys can see, we have the pink one here that's kind of got this really neat kind of neon color scheme, almost like a rainbow sherbet kind of color scheme, which is really nice. I have just kind of the jet black with, a little bit of silver flecks in there, but they come in a ton of other colors. As you guys can see, they make a ton of them, tons of different colors. So you can kind of mix and match with your bottles. You can find one that kind of matches your personality. Now, these ones are standard. This is the standard size, right? They're a little bit, they're not too thick. They're kind of nice. They've got a nice flex to them. They're very heavy duty, very durable. They're made out of military grade 550 parachute paracord. Very, very high quality stuff, right? They're made in GearPros, the company that makes these, is based here in the US, which is awesome. And their customer service is also here in the US, which is great. Really, really cool. They also make an extra large one. As you guys can see, this one is very large. This is kind of the rainbow configuration, which is really slick as well. Really, really nice style. Definitely a little bit wider. So here's a side by side. You guys can see it's a little bit wider, just a tiny bit thicker. So if you want something that's a little bit more, really, really colorful and a little bit more heavy duty, this one's gonna be even bigger. These are great for carrying your water bottles. Again, I wouldn't recommend these on the 64 ounce, especially if it's full. That puts a lot of strain on this little plastic, ring that they've kind of built for this. So wouldn't recommend that, but anything 40 ounce, 32 ounce, 24 ounce, 18, 16, 12, whatever you've got, you should be good to go. They come in these great little kits where you get the ring, you get the little paracord set. They come awesome, and like I said, the colors and the styles of them are just really, really cool looking. Just a really great accessory for hanging this on your bike, or you're hanging it on your backpack, or your packs, or your strollers. My wife put it on her stroller, which is really, really great. So awesome little accessory. And again, water bottles, Hydro Flask. Can't say enough about them. Very, very high quality. As you guys know, if you're shopping for Hydro Flask, or if you're just looking at these and you haven't ever used a Hydro Flask, these are some of the best water bottles that I have ever used. They come in 12 ounce all the way up to 64 ounce bottles. They have this really nice powder coat on the outside. They're dual walled, right? So they're gonna be able to insulate really well, keep your drinks cold. They can be, we wash them on the top rack of the dishwasher all the time. They last the test of time. They take a beating pretty well, and they're really, really heavy duty. They use non-microbial aluminum on the inside, so they stay really clean. They're very hygienic. And if you know, because you're using a reusable, refillable water bottle, you don't have to, you're not throwing a bunch of plastic into the landfills and stuff like that, or the recycling. It's just a reusable. These are just a really high quality. Again, Hydro Flask makes some of the best water bottles out there. These two are different. This is the 32 ounce. This is a 40 ounce right here. So you can see it's a lot of water, a lot of containers, and they're not super heavy, when they're empty, which is great. So they don't add a ton of weight. They're just really, really high quality. So if you're looking for an awesome water bottle, definitely consider the stuff coming out of Hydro Flask. But then when you get one, definitely make sure you throw a HydroCord on it because these things are awesome. But guys, as usual, I hope this video was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next one.